is hot for an early February. In fact, it's causing my cowlick to go that way. But I guess y'all will just have to deal with it this vlog. Anyway, what's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie, the Dream Poet here, coming to you all from Tracy City, Tennessee. And about 25 miles up the road is Savage Gulf State Park. Up there you've got Broadtree Falls, you've got the Greeter family home site, which is practically an abandoned location. You've also got the blue swimming hole there. It's a really cool state park. In fact, I used to go there a lot when I was still a part of venturing, or venture scouting as you might call it. It's co-ed scouting. But anyway, you guys, since we're not that far away, I decided that we would stop here in Tracy City and we would check out some of the sights and the sounds, and we'd probably check out another place that's kind of a bit of drive, but it's really cool. I've been there. I've been to this place before. But real quick, I want to check out the Tracy City mini park that they have here. It's a part of their historical district. First, let's see what this says about Fiery Gizzard. Fiery Gizzard, in Tennessee and the South, and to the development of Tennessee Coal and Iron Company, now division of the United States Steel into South's largest steel producer. The parent organization of the Tennessee Coal and Railroad Company was the Sewanee Mining Company, whose president, Samuel Tracy, donated 5,000 acres of land, 1 million board feet of lumber, 20,000 tons of free transportation, and 2,000 tons of coal to the founding of the University of the South at Sewanee. And at the other side, nearby, in the early 1870s, a crude experimental blast furnace was built by the Samuel E. Jones for the Tennessee Coal and Railroad Company, called Fiery Gizzard. The furnace was to determine if coal burned from local coal was suitable quality for making iron. The furnace produced only 15 tons of iron before the stovepipe fell on the third day of operation. However, the moderate success of Fiery Gizzard contributed heavily to the development of the iron industry. So that's a lot of cool history that's here in this area. Also, there is some not Confederate history, but Civil War history here in this area. On January 20th, 1864, Confederate partisan Rangers led by Colonel M. Hughes, 25th Tennessee Infantry, and Major Willis S. Bledsoe, 4th Tennessee Cavalry, attacked Union forces of the 20th Connecticut Colonel B under local Colonel William B. Wooster and at Howard and Branham's store in an area known as the Heading. Confederates moved against Union occupiers. During the fighting, one Union soldier was killed and 2 Confederates were wounded. After capturing the Union commander and others and attempting to surrender federal forces, orders were given to parole the prisoners. The Confederates left with overcoats, blankets, and other needed supplies due to this military action. Tracy City, Tennessee was made temporarily useless as a source of coal for the Union. So as I was saying, a lot of cool history in this one small town. And also, look, they have a mini gazebo. It's kind of nice. It's a smaller one, but regardless, this is pretty nice. Now, because this town has a lot of coal history behind it, as well as railroad history, they do have several of these statues here. This guy right here, and his name is Juke. And right next to Juke, looks like they've got some spare railroad tracks. Huh. I wonder what they were gonna put there. And now they do have some other stuff like this up here. They've got a coal miner. Looks like this historical marker talks a little bit about it. Rojo, the coal miner. The miner's legacy of hard work, devotion to the family, concern for community, and patriotism has had a continuous influence on succeeding generations to honor them and preserve the memory of their contribution to the town of Tracy City. Dedicates this statue to inspire their descendants and all citizens of Grundy County. Mike Price, Mayor, Mountain Garden Club. Artist Jamie O. Chernerky in 2008. He did quite a job there. And just up the hill from that, they do have a pretty nice outdoor exhibit. A lot of interesting stuff. Like right there, they've got a stoplight. Shook School traffic control. The overhead stopping light was mounted over Main Street in Tracy City and 14th to control the traffic to and from James K. School, Shook School, located on the hill between 12th Street and 14th Street. It's pretty cool that they have that. They got a school bell, I guess, however you want to look at it. Let me see. Golden's #1 new model Shore-Gum Mill. That is a pretty tiny display, but you know what? That's cool that this was used to make or crush sugar cane, or I'm thinking that's what it was used for. And I've seen a few of these in my day, but this right here is a old-fashioned sawmill, or a boiler in a sawmill. This is actually I've seen 2 abandoned ones out in the Smokies, but this is what one looks like when it's could be still operational, probably not. The portable steam engine and boiler on display provided power to Killiam Sawmill and Old Stone Door Road in Bathsheba Springs. Burl Franklin Killian was shown at the sawmill circa 1955. So anyway, it powers everything up, and basically you cut wood with it. Now I almost feel like these are Sherman neckties, but I'm probably wrong. But that's the only reason that I think that they would have something out here like this. Now that's pretty neat. They have a coal car. One second, I'm gonna step over the line real quick. Look at it. It is a little mine car. Dude, yes. Look, it's even still filled with coal. Good old-fashioned burnable coal. Man, those were some interesting times that we lived in back then. All right. This was a really cool little outdoor display that they have out here. But now I'm gonna drive down the road a bit of ways to get to this spot. This spot is an undisclosed location just because it's just how rare they are. And quite honestly, I don't want people to mess with them. I do want to show them off just for historical documentation. Seeing these trains never gets old. This is my second time seeing them. But yeah, if y'all are curious, this was probably my most favorite video that I ever made. Just because I love trains. And just the fact that they're out here just kind of rotting away. It's very sad. But still, regardless, this is really cool. But real quick, just look at how all that works. You got an old diesel right here. That's not good. Yeah. It's really cool. This kind of sucks that you're just rusting away here. And from what I understand, this right here, this is the last boxcar of its kind. It's like still together. Take a look at the wheels. Very small. Yeah, this is amazing. Yeah. Always like coming out here, but now let's get on the road. Okay. Well, about 2 years since the last time I went back there. They still look like they're in about the same shape. Now let's go down the road and let's go check out Savage Gulf State Park. It never gets old seeing those trains. But we have finally made it out here, you guys. And if y'all are curious, we are here at the west entrance of Savage Gulf State Park. This is the trail that leads down to Greeter Falls. Also, you've got the Greeter family home site. And we might try to stop by the Blue Hole today, or the Blue Hole swimming hole, I guess you could say. But anyway, let's get on the trail. But real quick, here is a historical sign. This parking lot and trail access to Greeter Falls was donated in memory of Aleli Tuck Bigby and Dave Hoover, October 7th, 1993, by Savage Gulf Preservation League Board of Directors. Of course, it's got some names right there. And it has been a while since I've been out here to this one. And as I was saying, down in Tracy City, I grew up coming to this one, especially in my teenage years. You know, it honestly doesn't feel like that it's been that long. But when I was in venture scouting, we used to come down here all the time. To be honest, I kind of miss scouting. Definitely an interesting time in my young life. Did a lot of things. I was a venturing president. Very fun times. You know, we might be able to go down there today. I did not realize that it's only half a mile. And two, I do remember that the trail going to the Blue Hole is mostly flat land. So we might actually do it. But next to the sign, you've got a placard. I guess a legend, you should say, of everything that's out here at the western entrance. We are right here, and if you go down here, there's the Blue Hole. But if right down here, you've got the Greeter family homestead, or what remains of it. And if you go another 0.25 miles, you can see Broadtree Falls. There we go. But then you can make a loop and it'll take you down to Greeter Falls. So, let's do it. I've already said that a lot in this video, and I'm gonna quit because I know I have a few people in my comments that like to say, hey Chet, stop repeating yourself on some things. You see, you guys, I do pay attention. Well, I should say, have you ever noticed that when you're younger, you feel like it takes like way more time to get somewhere than it actually is? And when you get older, you're like, that really wasn't all that bad. Well, this is a perfect example, because I just started on the trail and we're already 50 yards away from this old family home site. Yes, it usually comes right up on you. Usually you don't even realize it till you're there. And honestly, like going down to the Blue Hole, this is for the most part a flat trail. I guess you would list it as easy. At least I'm feeling that it's easy. At least it wasn't like the other day when I went down to Fall Creek Falls and I was like, oh hey, this isn't a strenuous hike whatsoever. Then it hits you the moment that you turn around and you're like, well, fudge. Yeah, I did that today, or the other day. And I think we have arrived at what remains of the Greeter home site, for the most part. I don't really think that that was there last time. And this historical marker explains what the Greeter home place was. One of the many Swiss immigrant families who made this area home. This foundation of the old Greeter home place provides the backdrop for a fascinating story of early European immigrants who came to this area in search of a better life. A little bit winded. The Greeter family, who immigrated here from Switzerland, is emblematic of the large number of Swiss and German families who, in the 1830s and 1840s, founded the nearby towns of Große and Altamont. The Greeter family came to the United States in 1865, and they first settled in Brooklyn, New York, but in 1870 decided to move to a new colony of Swiss settlers to the wilds of southeastern Tennessee. As the young lad, John George Greeter, was born in New York, made the arduous train and wagon journey with his family to Tennessee. Anyway, this it kind of explains a bit more stuff. It says that the property even had a grist mill known as Long's Mill. But if you want to like pause and read this fully, there you go. It's a really interesting site. And here it is. Here is what remains of the old Greeter family home site. And since then, a tree has fallen to the entrance of it. Very sad. But that does not mean that we can't go underneath it. Hopefully I can bend down. There we go. And we can check out the remnants of it. Gotta think. Just think of all the interesting stories like sites like this tell. Like, you gotta think it was a Swiss family who wanted a better life. And I made quite a long journey here to live the American dream. And the remnants of this site is only proof of it. Kind of makes you wonder what they saw back then versus well over 100 years later. Like, we are standing in their basement right now, and we live in the 21st century. I mean, so many things have changed in the last few hundred years. And very fascinating and very cool that this still exists. Now let's get out of here, and I want to see what is gated over here. Again, this is really cool. If anybody is out here in this area, I mean, come check it out. Like, I don't even think that most people know that this is out here. Let's see what this thing is that's gated over. It could be just a well. Yeah, it's a well. I think this was here back when I was out here last. Yeah, look at how big that well is. Isn't that cool? I think it's cool anyway. I like stuff like that. It's really cool just to find an abandoned property that's out here in the middle of a Tennessee state park. But now I think we're gonna go down to Broadtree Falls. I think that's what it's called. Anyway, it's not far from Greeter Falls either. I think that'll be the next one that we check out here along the trail. And this sign should tell me if I'm right or not in what I just said. Again, this stuff just comes right up on you. Broadtree Falls. Yes, I was right. and it is down this way. I mean, it's only 0.25 miles, so it's not terribly long. So we probably should come up on it like we have at a few other of these places here at Savage Gulf. And you know what? You can even hear it too. So really, we are not that far from Broadtree Falls. So peaceful out here too. Just peaceful. Not really anyone around. Just a washing or just a running water just to calm your nerves. Just to calm your nerves. And Broadtree Falls is right this way. It's pretty nice. I've got steps. Pretty nice touch. Luckily it makes things way easier for the most part. Especially when you are making your way back and forth and you're not struggling. You know, there are a lot of people out there that ride the struggle bus, and I am one of them. I will admit to that. Okay. Huh, so that's what it is. Well, not too much further. Not too much further. In fact, we are right here. Greeter Falls is that way. And this waterfall, Broadtree Falls, is right here. It's kind of small, but then again, I'm having trouble really seeing it through the tree line. I think that's the main issue. In fact, looks like there is a way to get down to the top of the falls. At least I'd like to think that there is a way. Oh yeah. Just got to step over this downed pine. We'll be right over there. Oh, goodness. Ah, this is neat. Okay, maybe it is taller than I thought it was. That is pretty. You know what? Maybe if it were like at the bottom, this would make like a really good swimming spot in the summertime. At least I'm saying. That is just cool. All right, now let's get down to the base and let's check it out from there. Oh my God, that is beautiful. I've never been out to Broadtree Falls, you guys. And I like it. Looks like a water slide in a way, but I would not tempt fate. Awesome, and there is a way to get down to the base. So I'm gonna go down here real quick and I want to see what it looks like from a closer angle. Hi ho, it's off to work we go. Do 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 do. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if I should go further or if this works just fine. I mean, it does look like it goes down a little bit that way, but not a whole lot more than that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and head to Greeter Falls. And it's back up the rocky hill we go. It's actually not as bad the second go around. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, and it was worth seeing that. It was. And this is cool. I always like the rock formations that are out here in this part of Tennessee. Like, it just comes off as unique. Mostly has to deal with a lot of the sandstone and weathering and whatnot. Millions of years of erosion. It's interesting how this one tree has grown up right here. That is cool how Mother Nature works that way. That is just awesome. Awesome! We do get a full view of Broadtree Falls. Like, from when we were at the top, we only really saw that much. Let me get that out of the way. That much right there. But when you get a full picture of it, you do get to see like everything and how it flows. That is a really pretty waterfall. I will admit that. But hopefully we can get down to Greater Falls before the sun goes down. So I guess it's clinging all to the cliffside now. Because the last few minutes that I've been hiking, it's been mostly this type of terrain. I like it. Because you do get a cool breeze. You still just got to keep chugging along. Chugging, chugging, chugging. Oh, cool. Look at those stairs. Let's make the descent. And hopefully not trip and fall. Because that would be very bad. It looks like they've done something similar here that they did at Fall Creek Falls. It's honestly nice. It's a lot safer too, because you don't want to trip and fall, and that would hurt. But luckily, I think Greater Falls is just around the bend, I believe. Yeah, quite literally, we are around the bend. There's the falls. There's where we're at. And I don't know how I feel about that 6-minute hike, because it does not feel like 6 minutes. Dude, look at this laurel thicket. I mean, it's probably more for you tree nerds, but like you're walking through here and you see nothing but a rhododendron. I think that's no, I think it's mountain laurel. But anyway, it's like the more you walk, it just looks kind of interesting in a way, kind of like Rock City like. And you know what, I do compare a lot of these places to Rock City just because it just feels like it. I think that's the best way that I can describe that, especially going through a laurel thicket. And we should be getting to the falls, well, just a couple of minutes. This is really pretty. I think I can hear it too. we have a sign right here. Maybe it can tell us a little bit more where we're at. Okay. Warning, high bluffs. Parents watch your children. No jumping from falls. I say no duh. But Greeter Falls is indeed this way. Let's go check it out. Okay, looks like we can go to the lower falls or the upper falls. Well, for the best view, we'll go to the lower falls. You know, I think this is new. Last time I was here, I don't remember this walkway being down to the falls. I think for the most part it was rock. Through the trees you can kind of see it, but we've still got a little while to go. Oh, this is, like I say, like all this stuff that I'm seeing, like all the fixed trails, this is all new to me. When I was younger and I came out here, this was all rock. And yeah, it didn't feel exactly the safest thing in the world. But I do remember this. That has been here always. Or at least as far as I can recollect. So here we go. Doesn't exactly feel right when you look down. But it is cool though. And now we have made it. That was interesting. But now we have made it to the falls. That is gorgeous. So let's get down here. Hopefully not trip and fall. Gosh, that's gorgeous. Oh, and goodness, that feels good. That water coming in, like the breeze. After a long hike and a lot of sweating, this feels great. This feels absolutely amazing. And it is just worth it to come down here. This is awesome. Yes, indeed I say awesome. But that's kind of scary. Look, it's rusted out. That's not good. Oh my God, that is nice. Especially, like I was saying, the breeze feels amazing. And if I could, I would swim in here. But I'm not gonna do that today. This was very much worth it. And I am a tad tired. So hopefully we can make it up to the Blue Hole. If not, this might just be the end of the vlog. You know what? We might make it that way. Anyway, guys, remember, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Always means a lot. Goes to show that y'all care and that y'all want to see more awesome videos like this. So without further ado, you guys, this vlog is over. See you on the next one. Peace.